Welcome to Radio Free NY. You're watching Pluck You.
Hi, I'm Jessica Hopper, the author of The Girl's Guide to Rocking, and you are watching the Pluck You channel on VideoGlutton.com. This is where I really wish I had this book 15 years ago. The amount of bad equipment I have bought in my life is a long story.
Oh my God, the money.
But yes, and you know, the first guitar I ever bought, I bought because it was $90 and I was paying for it with babysitting money, and so yeah, that's a lot of Saturday nights.
Yes.
And I write in the book, you know, I walked in there and I had no idea I was supposed to like get a case, and I didn't know I was supposed to play the guitar before I picked it up, and I just looked at it and was like, that'll do. I get a lot of questions about, does my daughter's band need a manager? At what point will I know I need a manager? What should I look for in a producer? And it's mostly about, you know, for producers, you want somebody that you can afford, I outline the sort of producer agreement, like a rough sort of kind of discussion that you should have before, so that you have real understanding and that you're not booking time with somebody who totally doesn't get where you're coming from and is just like, yeah, kid, taking your money. And so, and also there's a lot of information in here about how to record yourself, whether it's just on GarageBand in your house, or if you want to get a 4-track, or basically whatever means are at your disposal, how you can record yourself so that you don't need a producer. You know, I'm hoping to also inspire a future wave of female producers, because we certainly need them.
What do you think now of today's social networks and like the use of it? Like, I mean, like
greatest
Facebook,
thing for a young band ever. It used to be that you had to mail your demo to the club and then bug them. If you didn't know somebody, you probably weren't getting a show. And now you can just send an email and be like, here's my band, the whatever, and here's our MySpace page, and people can just go ding. And it's such a useful tool for young bands to get their music out there, that you don't have to, you know, press up a CD. You don't have to press up a 7-inch. And while I certainly love those mediums still, and
People still do that?
Yes, it happens on occasion.
Do you think people are still sending demo tapes by old-fashioned mail, or is it more just like MP3 files now?
Well, I still get a whole lot of mail from bands. I mean, people still really like making a physical CD. That's one of the really fun parts of being in a band, is making the shirts, making the CD, like just kind of, you know, developing your aesthetic other than just your sound, outside of just your sound. And I think that's kind of the fun of it, is making like a little product or making something you can give somebody.
It's got to affect your hearing.
Yeah, fortunately, you know, I'm pretty religious about wearing earplugs, but there's a lot of attention put on it in the book, because the thing is that if you don't have decent hearing, you're not going to be able to work as a musician.
Right.
And I certainly have friends who are in that place. But I say in the book, you know, your parents may not want to buy you the amp or the drum kit that you want, but they are probably going to be willing to lay out that $100 or $150 to get you like the nice fitted earplugs that you can wear your whole life, because, you know, once your hearing goes, you're kind of screwed.
Any last inspirational words to like young girls out there wanting to, like, you know, hop into like the music business?
Start a band today. Just do it.
RadioFreeNY.com. Original, organic, and usually orgasmic.